Good afternoon, y'all. I'm looking for my phone. I don't know what I did with it because I don't know what day it is. I have to look at my phone to figure out what day it is. I think it's Friday. Marlene Bush, Stitching by the Lake. I don't know why I'm having trouble keeping up with the days because really my life has not changed a whole lot. Because I'm retired, I guess. I stay home a lot anyway. I think today is the 17th. I believe that's correct. I should know that because Cade was, my little great grandson was 3 on Wednesday, and that was the 15th. So, yes, Friday the 17th, that's today. Okay, that makes me feel better since I know what day it is. I have, a few things have changed. I rarely have on jewelry anymore. I've learned to do without my earrings because I don't generally wear jewelry at home anyway. I take it all off when I get home. I read on Facebook, I think the other day, where someone said, my 23rd, on the 23rd day of the virus, I put on blue jeans and they hurt. And I can so relate to that because I typically wear leggings or really, really loose, comfortable pants at home. And blue jeans are heavy. You don't want to put them back on anymore. My hair has taken on a life of its own. I spritzed it with some stuff I found in the cabinet, which brought out, I have just a little bit of wave up here, and so it kind of brought that out, which was nice. I took the scissors to it. Actually, my little Dovo embroidery scissors, and just cut this right here because it was sticking straight out right there. I couldn't stand it anymore. I made my husband come in and shave the back of my neck because my hair grows down way low on that. I don't know, maybe by the time this is all over and the beauticians can go back to work, my hair will be like it used to be in high school and down to here. And my nails, let's see, I have 3 left. The rest of them are gone. I use that powder stuff. That's what I get my nails done every 3 weeks. Get my hair cut every 4. So I'm down to 3 nails. Such is life, okay? I got out yesterday for the very first time. Took my life into my hands, I guess. And I went to the local greenhouse. Now, it's a pretty big nursery, but it's got a very small parking lot. So there probably weren't but 6 of us there. I was the last car to pull in the last parking place. And I bet there weren't but 6 of us walking around. About half of us had on masks and half did not. I did. And people kept their distance except for one man who was very polite, but he didn't really care to keep his distance. And when he came and walked down the aisle that I was on, very narrow little aisles, I turned and went the other way, and he just grinned. Didn't really care. He wasn't moving either. He wanted to be where I was, and that's where he was going. So I went on and shopped somewhere else. Bought some flowers to go out in my front barrels, and bought some tomato plants and squash, and I think a bell pepper and a banana pepper, several things like that I'll be planting probably the first part of next week. It's still a little bit cool. It's kind of a gray day here. The sun tries to pop out every once in a while, but it's supposed to rain after a while. I have on an apron, which y'all can't see, but I still have on an apron. I have been canning today. My husband is a hunter. He, not for sport, he hunts and we eat what he hunts. He only deer hunts anymore. And so we had a deer most of the deer still in the freezer from last fall. I think probably, I want to say I might have had 50 pounds of burger. We have all of our deer ground into hamburger meat. And I wanted to make a little bit more space in the freezer. So today I canned 14 pounds of venison. I can it in 1.5 pint jars. About a pound goes into each jar, and I put broth in and can it. So I've got, actually my canner's still going. You might even hear it rattling. I have 8 jars canned and 6 jars in the canner. And I had a little more than a jar left after that, and I'm making a venison pot pie for supper. Instead of a chicken pot pie, it's a venison pot pie. I've not ever done that before, but I bet it'll be good. I can't imagine that it wouldn't, so we'll see. I'll let y'all know. If it's not good, I'll tell you for sure. What else have I been doing? I've done a little stitching. I'm still working on Judge Not. I could put it right side up, couldn't I? And I've gotten done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 of the sheep. And I believe I have 5 more to go. And then the words that go underneath that say, "Judge not, lest ye be judged." These are so cute. This fabric is a 28 count, and it's so easy to stitch on. I love stitching on this one. I spent several hours yesterday, I guess, day before yesterday, going through my whips. I had a calendar. I've kept a calendar for the last several years, and I had one that I had everything written in that I had stitched from 2015 on, which is when I got back into cross stitching. It has disappeared. I can't find it. So I'm going back and trying to recreate that information as much as I can. I've got the numbers, how many things I completed in each of those years. And I'm making a new notebook and putting all that information in it, and when I start and when I finish, and the name of the pattern and the designer, and where I can I put the fabric in. I'm pretty much not putting threads in. That's just a lot of trouble. Normally I use the called for threads anyway. So just trying to be a little bit more organized. I think maybe over the weekend I might go start going through some of my older patterns, because I know I have quite a few that I'm not going to stitch, and I need to take those out and get rid of them. I just need to get it scaled down a little bit. I've been doing that in my sewing room with all my quilting stuff. So I plan to do that with patterns as well. I wanted to be sure I told y'all, I had a couple of people email me and ask me about the Loose Feathers Seasons patterns. And I know a lot of people have been looking for those, but I got an email from Kitten Stitcher today that said those were going to be re-released. I know someone emailed me this week, and I cannot for the life of me remember who it was, and I've already deleted it. But you might call your LNS and just tell them you're interested in those patterns. You should be able to get them in the very near future. I'm so excited that they're re-releasing some of those patterns, those in particular, because they were very popular, and they were being sold for ridiculous prices on eBay. So anyway, y'all look for those at your LNS, and they'll be coming out fairly soon. But Teresa said she had put in an order for them. I think that's about all I have to tell you today. This is another one of those short chats from my prayer chair. I'm pretty tired at this point because I've been in the kitchen since about 9 o'clock this morning and working on my can, and Jerry came in to help me. And really, he was a big help. He helped spoon the meat into the jars and lift the things that were really heavy. So that was kind of nice to have that. My kitchen's not very big, though, and it got kind of crowded, too. But it was nice to have the help. I think that's about it. I think that's all I've got to tell you. I hope you all are doing well and staying safe and wearing your masks and doing all those kind of things. I will tell you one more thing. At the nursery, there was a lady. There were 3 of us getting ready to check out, and all 3 of us were women, and all 3 of us were about my age. It's hard for me to tell people's ages anymore, but I'm guessing at about my age. And the woman who was checking out had on a mask, and I had on a mask. And we were all 6 feet apart. And she turned around to the woman in front of me and said, I wish we would just go back to normal. I don't know why we're doing this. We're messing up kids' education, and all they're trying to do is save old people like me, and I'm not worth it. That made me really sad, y'all. It made me really sad. First of all, we're not messing up kids' education. Kids are very versatile. They will learn. They used to learn in one-room schoolhouses or at home with tutors, or, you know, that's all going to be fine. And I'm a former educator, so I would tell you if I thought it wasn't. But it's all going to be fine. But to feel like the older people are not worth a few sacrifices, that makes me sad and says a lot about that woman's personal philosophy. She didn't obviously place much value on herself. I, on the other hand, do. I think I am worth it. I'm worth whatever sacrifices people are having to make. I think I still have a lot to contribute and great-grandchildren to play with and babies to rock. So that's my opinion on that. I hope this doesn't last a whole lot longer, but I think the few little sacrifices we're making now are okay. They're okay with me anyway. Y'all have a great weekend. See you soon. Bye-bye.